Hello there. Welcome to Explore the Beyond, Ancient Unknowns. Episode 6, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's bring up the thing. Cool, everything seems to be in order. That's a good start. Except you can't see anything, which is not a good thing. So let's... There we go, problem solved. Yeah, episode 6. Very exciting. Strictly speaking, about halfway through the story. We'll see. Let's bring in our misfit adventurers, shall we? Hello.
Meglo, you're muted to us.
No, he's talking to stream.
I know I am. I was talking to stream.
Yeah.
Hello, misfit adventurers.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Hello, benevolent overlord.
Yes, don't forget it.
Benevolent. Let's focus on that.
Yeah, totally. Totally. So who decided to do the recap today?
I will do
Nice.
the recap.
Go for it, Yathina.
Okay, so last session we started out in the outer city. I keep forgetting. In the outer city, in a safe house sort of mansion, and we made a little bit of a plan how to get into the inner city. We decided to take our flying carpet and to fly it into the inner city. We did a little bit of practice with it, and then we flew into the inner city in the middle of the night. Once we went over the wall, some sort of threshold was broken, some sort of seal, some sort of detection spell or something, and members of the cult detected us and came after us. We lowered down a little bit to figure out what was going on, and there was, I don't know how many, but a lot, like 32 cult members in army military formation, essentially waiting for us or gunning for us. Some of them attacked us. Not all of them could reach us. Eventually, I cast darkness on them, and we just raised up in the air again and decided to go all the way up to the top of the pyramid in the center of the city, which is very high up. And we go all the way up, and what we see is some sort of orb on a plinth or on some sort of contraption. And we decide to take it. I touch it first. I touch it, and for a moment I seem to be connected to the hive mind of the cult. I see sort of all sorts of stuff where I see a hole being dug in the ground, a very deep tunnel going very deep. I see white mountains in the distance. I don't remember what specific things I saw, but I saw a lot of stuff. We then cover the orb with one of the ropes, I think, and we take it and put it in the bag of holding. And then we fly back down, and I believe we don't see anyone anymore, and we go up to the entrance of the pyramid. We go into the pyramid. Inside the pyramid are some guards, some fighters, knights, whatever they are. We fight them except for we kill all of them except for one. We keep them alive, and we figure out that they can't speak and their tongues are missing. And I think we ended on Breckec casting detect thoughts on the last remaining survivor of the people that we fought, and seeing similar things to what I saw in the orb.
Nice. Nice. Alright. So Breck, after your little delve into the mute man's brain. There's a strange sort of kind of inquisitiveness, perhaps, maybe, but also a kind of overwhelming sense of being a small fish in like a very, very large pond right now. As you regain your status as, you know, standing on your own 2 feet, you do feel very small all of a sudden.
I'm used to that.
It's fair.
So, actually, did I see? So I asked specifically, like, tell us the way to your master or something like that, and that's where I saw the depth to the depths. Where did that route begin?
There was no specific route. It was very much a downwards trajectory. Just down, very, very deep.
Temerity, well, this guy can't talk, but what I saw in his mind, sounds like that same vision you saw when you touched the orb. Something big and scary, deep, deep, deep underground.
We should go have a look. This is a mine after all, isn't it?
And hopefully we don't have to go all that way to find something worthwhile for the partners. Serador, what are you looking at?
Just picking out the last of my javelins, to be fair. Left quite a few last time.
I think you got all but one back, if I remember correctly.
So, okay, I lost one, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I will adjust that. Press the wrong button.
Because I was going to keep one, but ended up giving it back.
Yes.
Okay, I need to adjust that at some point. Remind me.
So he is tied up, but just barely conscious.
Yes.
I mean, I can ask him more things. I think.
Just put him out of his misery.
Read thoughts lasts for a minute, but we don't need anything else from him, I don't think, unless we want to ask where the valuables are kept or something. But I have a feeling we will only get something vague.
I mean,
vague and scary in return.
Let's go and figure out what's inside this pyramid. We've only in the beginning, and considering how vast and big it is, and if it goes far down, surely there's more above the surface and probably even more beneath the surface. So go and let's have a look there. We don't need him for that.
Oh,
I agree.
I'd say finish.
Okay, I was about to snap his neck, but you go.
Put him into the floor with that.
It would have technically been with advantage because he's restrained, but never mind. Yes. Oh.
Splort.
He's you don't quite manage, even with a critical hit, you can't quite reach up to his head. So you kind of just bop him on the shoulder really hard, and his armor takes just enough of it to kind of keep his whole left hand side of his body from crumpling up, and he's still there. He screams in pain.
Don't torture the poor thing. Kill it.
Yeah, I snap his neck.
As you give him a good clumping, and it's not much of a scream, more of a exhaling of air. But then Temerity comes along and just on his neck, and the exhaling ends, and he just crumples in his chair against the rope tying him up.
Anything interesting on him? His armor, I assume, is not. So, and they had crossbows and scimitars.
They did. The armor for you would be too big, but it is splint armor, like fairly, like good quality armor. But they've got. This guy specifically has also got a long sword, a short sword, which is more like a dagger, like equivalent size, but is designed like a long sword, and also a heavy crossbow. And that goes for the splats of blood as well, by the way. I'm pretty sure they all have the same loadout.
I think
Well,
we
I
need
don't
to
want any of
concern ourselves with this.
Just a quick glance around this platform. There's no other things that look important. I'm specifically looking at this table of maps, potentially.
This table has, it's not necessarily maps, it's more scrolls of pulley system designs, and sort of logistical heavy lifting equipment designs, and also blueprints.
So, based on the fact that I saw this square thing with chains and cogs over here, can we assume that it's the designs for that type of system?
A quick flick through, 4 pages down, there is a very similar looking design. A few tweaks and improvements on the real thing, but ultimately, yeah. It kind of shows you the 4 pulley systems on essentially rope, with the tracks leading on, and sort of diagrams of how you'd push the carts in and out and everything, and gives you a fair idea of how it works.
Okay, yeah, I'll study those briefly to know, and then I might stuff them into the documentsy satchel to send back home.
Nice.
Without a note, so assuming that they will understand that this is stuff we're finding inside.
Tell them we're inside the actual
I
pyramid
guess
already.
On the first one that I send, I'll say, just inside the pyramid, deep sprawling caves, systems of mine carts and elevators to follow, and then I stuff the documents in.
Okay, that's fine. You don't get a response, but things like that are always useful, you know. You can always find a use for technological advancement, or if nothing else, just information.
And maybe we will get back word of like, wow, that's exactly what we were hoping for. Go on out. Job done.
All right.
Okay. Well,
in the area surrounding you, down here, there's a pulley system that seems to, in this area here anyway, is more barrels, but filled with mining stuff. None of you are necessarily hugely in the know of what it would be. There's a huge pulley system that seems to be for lifting and dealing with the lift when it's full. It looks a lot more heavy duty. There's chains and all sorts. Further down this way, you can see little offshoot tunnels that seem to be storage spots. I'm pretty sure one of you came down here at some point.
I was wandering around.
Yeah, if you'd have wandered down here, you'll have seen that the carts come down here, and it seems to be just a storage spot for the kind of slimy meat stuff that they're hauling up. There's also hints of a different kind of substance, sort of slightly green. It's not an ore, it's more, it's like a type of stone almost. Breckec, you can make
Is
a
that... Yeah.
you can make an intelligence check if you like.
Sure. See if that seems like weird stone.
It does. It like even to you it seems weird.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off right.
Back on form. You've never seen this stone before. It's bright green, almost glowing, luminescent. Kind of gives off a little bit of a static, like fizz almost when you touch it. But like down this shaft in particular, it seems that while storing things in here, they found a little vein of it that they've then gone and kind of mined at gently, and you can see that it does spread in the same sort of way a metal sort of ore vein would, but not as a metal, but as a stone. It's a strange composite, I guess.
So first off, I forget if we already had, but I would want to, the slabs of the meat stuff, just slice off a bit and put it in a pouch. Not with other things to make them gross, but just
a pouch, not the documentary pouch, etc.
No. Just a pouch to hold on to.
Okay.
And then picking up some of the green stone to maybe have a look at some other time when I'm less distracted. I also give it a quick lick
Okay.
just to see.
Mm-mm.
And if you want to give me an advantage on the intelligence check that I already did poorly on, now that I know what it tastes like, I will accept that. But otherwise, I'll stuff that in.
No, you can.
The same pouch as the meat.
You can just make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. This time, you have a quick lick. You go, and it tastes rancid. Not nice at all. And there's a sort of like layer of an almost film type layer on top of it that as you as your tongue makes contact with it, it's not nice. But you having experienced the effects of it before, you manage to fight it off proficiently.
So
this is the green stone, not the meat, correct? I'm licking the green stone.
Oh, I thought you said the meat.
You did say you were licking.
You said you were licking the meat.
No, I put the meat in the pouch and then I picked up some green stone.
Yeah,
and
that's what I
that.
thought.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I missed the picking up the green stone.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too.
Okay. I was gonna say a stone that tastes rancid has me worried, but okay.
Yeah.
No, the stone, as your tongue makes contact with it, instead feels almost like it's a
9-volt battery.
It's almost like that. It's a combination of that and also popping candy.
Huh.
So it kind of, it charges at the end of your tongue, and then your tongue kind of goes numb a little bit, and then your whole mouth starts fizzing.
Huh. I put it in the pouch.
Okay.
That goes in my rock collection pouch.
Of course.
I grab one of the stones as well. Or even like more than one. We should take them in case they're very valuable. Maybe we can sell them.
Do we get any idea they might be precious?
I've never seen this before. Things that are rare tend to be, so.
You are a rock expert.
They've gathered these in, like, it looks like they were gathering it up. It's in boxes.
No, there's only a small amount up here. It looks like there's enough for it to have caught attention, and to maybe be mined, but also here in and around where you are, there's only maybe a small box worth. Well, that's not small. Few, like a square foot of a box, you know.
Just put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Just in case it's valuable and we can make money with it, you know. Or they're magic and we can make magic weapons for you guys out of it or something.
Sure. I will add as much as we can get to the bag of holding.
As you add it to the bag of holding, nothing happens. You get so just add green rock to your bag.
Okay, I've written it down. I'll just add it manually as well.
Okay, so we know that this mine goes deep. This is clearly like a first. We've seen no evidence of anything going upward from here. So this is likely the first level of a mine. And maybe there's not much action up here.
But, okay, I understand we're not seeing any evidence of them going any way upwards. But what's the point of building a hundreds of feet tall pyramid and just having this little bit and going downwards?
Maybe that orb has I don't know, maybe the higher it is, the wider it can affect. I guess, would I have any knowledge of why an orb that gives visions when touched might be seated on top of a giant pyramid?
It's not really in your wheelhouse. I mean, do you have any ideas? Aside from
your vision, there was something chained underground, so it's almost as if maybe this was either built as a cage or as armor for whatever's in that pit that we've both kind of seen now.
Maybe, but if there's such a small entrance and comparatively such a small cavern dug out and it only goes downstairs, like it doesn't make sense to me to waste so many different stones and so much material to build a pyramid that's hundreds of feet high just to protect something that's down.
Maybe that's what they did with the stone that they removed from around the pit. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. But why wouldn't you... Sorry, 1 second. But why wouldn't you use that space that you're building a pyramid around then? Sure, okay, we're digging down and we remove a lot of stone and a lot of sand and a lot of other materials and we use that to build the pyramid. Okay, I understand that. But then you still have a hollowed out space inside the pyramid. Is that just air in there?
Maybe you're also maybe trying to make sense out of a thing that crazy people are doing. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's true. They do remove their own ears.
Ears, tongues.
Voluntarily. Tongues.
They weekly
eyes.
transport loads of interesting kind of meat.
Maybe that's where they store the ears and eyes and tongues.
Maybe there's not always reason behind things that we can easily decipher.
Yeah, I agree, though. It does seem weird.
Before we continue to probably find a way downstairs, I want to have a quick look around. How tall is this cavern that we're in?
This cavern you are in it's the opening to the mine, so it's fairly considerable. They've dug out probably about 40 feet at its highest point, which would be in like this main area, so like where the platform is and around the lift, basically. In the bit you're in now, it comes down to about 20 feet, so it's still fairly airy considering, you know, you're in a mine. But it's a lot less tall than this main section. And as you came in through the door, that literally was sort of maybe 10 feet for the door and just expanded upwards the further in you came.
Okay. Did the when we came into the door last session, did it go downwards or did it go straight?
It sort of came downwards, like with the track.
Okay. Sarah, can I have the flying carpet for a second, please?
Sure. What's the plan?
Before we go down, I just want to check the walls at the top. Just one quick sweep around to see if there's anything that we're missing, and then I'm happy.
Okay. I will pull out the bag of holding. Hand over.
I'll hop on with you.
Okay. What do the walls look like? Are they all rough, or
yes.
are they like Okay, they're all rough. They're not polished. They're not made out of stone on top of stone or something.
No, it's all hewn out stone. Like mined out stone.
Okay.
So this was the door wasn't quite at the bottom of the whole pyramid, was it? It was up a little bit.
Yeah, it was 40 feet up or something.
So okay, and yeah, bearing in mind that where we're walking on all this, you'd assume that everything underneath us isn't mined out unless they're. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I hop with Breckec on the carpet, and I want to have one quick in the entire cavern, just at the top of the walls, just have a quick look around whether there's any sort of opening. Maybe I can feel some wind or some air coming in, and airflow coming in from somewhere. Maybe Breckec sees what sort of tools were used to mine this out, that sort of thing. I just want to see if there is, essentially if there's the secret entrance to another place or something that's further inside the pyramid.
It doesn't seem like it. It does seem like a fully just mined out cavern.
And everything is solid stone?
Mm-hmm. The only thing that isn't solid stone are like the platform that's clearly made of wood, the support beams that are sort of placed along the top of the roof, like obviously, you know, and then sort of around the walls, and then the sleeper slabs that are there for train track, well, the mine tracks.
Okay.
It does seem, for all intents and purposes, like a mine.
Okay.
And I mean, this is like a thorough investigation. There's no roll because there's nothing to see, if that makes sense. Like you could spend as long as you need to looking, but there isn't anything to find.
Breckec, is there anything you want to have a look at?
I guess just when we get up close to the stone near one of the walls, near the top of the cavern area, if I can chisel a small piece out to compare to the piece that I took from the top of the pyramid. Is it that same weird stone? Get how it was described. Took a piece of stone.
Great.
That stone.
That's so descriptive. Inside,
it was sort of a weird, like, sandy something stone, but not 100% familiar to me.
This stone seems... It seems not necessarily the same, but of the same sort of family, you know, like same sort of family of stone. Kind of sandstony, where it's grainy, probably quite easy to mine. but it's got enough integrity behind it where it would be able to support the weight of itself. It's not going to just collapse and
Gotcha.
fall in on itself.
So I mean, I put that in my rock collection, and
Of course.
I don't see anything. I don't know if you saw anything up here, but it seems just like a mine to me.
All right. I land the carpet and then I roll it back up and give it back to Sarado. Let's find a way down, I guess.
Little reminder, I put down a little trap.
You
a
did
bucket of
by the
stuff
door.
around here.
Oh, yeah,
Just
nice.
can we say where they're flying up? I did another one, maybe like around here in case
Sure.
I get lucky. Oh, they get lucky and spot one, and that's spot another. If anyone comes back behind, just in case.
And this is just a noisemaker trap, right?
Yep. Yeah, I don't have any explosives, but yeah.
Where
I'll
would
point out to where you.
Wait,
probably like after the guys land back. Hopefully they land the other side of it when they land down. But I'll point out as well. Just like
Okay.
bucket of like tools, stones, to a wire of some sort.
The worst thing is that was supposed to be a straight line.
Oh, it would be very taut actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
DC 25 to spot easily.
Easy.
There's nothing straight here.
All right. Okay.
So then, based on what I saw in the plans, this is some sort of minecart. I don't know if we'd want to roll a minecart onto it to take down with us.
What you saw from the plans, there's two ways of doing it. There's the big contraption down here which has the chains and has like a heavy duty pulley system. That's for when it's loaded with minecarts that are full of whatever they're full of, which would require someone to be up here ready to do it. There are these two levers here which the plans showed you would, as long as you're kind of gentle with it, kind of keeps you in a steady free fall until you find the level you're looking for.
Were the plans of like blueprints only, or did it have sort of a map of levels or anything like that?
It didn't have maps. It just had the blueprints.
Nothing we could glean from that as to how far between stops or anything like that. It's okay.
No.
Very analog interface.
It is very analog. The one thing you did know is that this front one is to go down, and this back one is to go up. You have a fairly good idea of the rudimentary controls. Just no idea of how far down to go or what you'll find when you get there.
So we can fly. This surely will be loud. Also, if we overshoot our target, who knows what happens at the very bottom? Like, might it run entirely off its chains and crash deep into this chasm? So what if we just flick the lever that sends it down and let it go? And
I was thinking the same thing. We could even put some more weight on it as well, maybe. And then we can fly down levels slowly, and they can't come back up to us.
We could even break the mechanism, although then we might be shooting ourselves in the foot if we...
I mean, it probably would break. Oh, we wanted to bring something heavy up.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right, because the rug can support the three of us, but not too much more than that.
Well, the bag of
Yeah.
holding has a certain weight amount that we can put in there.
Yeah, also size as well, though. It depends what we find. They might... I mean, this is like an active place, though. They'll expect it to be going up and down, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we've kind of seen this whole place be like hive mind, so they probably know we're here anyway because we've already fought some, potentially. So we just go down a little bit, and I'll hold out the flying carpet just in case it goes wrong, and then we can fly back up again at any point
Okay.
at speed.
Yeah, I think that's because we don't really know what we're looking for, other than deep in the depths is something scary that ideally I think we would avoid interacting with, at least on this mission.
I'm gonna guess this isn't flush to the wall.
No, the lift itself is literally free hanging, essentially in a shaft that has just been dug down. So if you looked down from the side, you can literally just see down into darkness.
Do we see any lights coming out, like to signify a level?
Make a perception check, and we'll see how good your eyesight is.
Oh, my cat's eyesight. What have I got? Proficient.
You have, proficiency. I was going to say, do you have advantage for any reason, but no.
Nah.
17. You can just about make out a light deep down. It's difficult to tell distance just because of how deep the hole is, and but there is a light shining down there somewhere. Seems to be the same sort of hue and glow that you're currently in now.
Okay, I'll point out that I couldn't get distance on it, but that's probably like the next stage down potentially. Unless there's any dark levels.
I look at what he's pointing out. Does it seem to be approximately the same distance as, say, the entrance is from the 40 feet up the stairs to get to the entrance into the mine, and it's about that far down, so it's at ground level, or?
It's difficult to tell. The only way you could probably tell, or judge, how deep it is would be to, drop something down and try and work it out that way. But that also relies on you knowing how to calculate that.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've done that plenty of times in the past, and
Of course.
couldn't possibly mess up such a thing. But no, similar light to here.
Only you
So
had a little orb you could send down or something.
There could be more guards.
If only there was like an eye or something you could send.
But
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think you can do another one there, Mick, can you?
With the level up, I have another, but I don't think I technically would have that until we long rest, right?
Nope.
So no, I
Let's
can't.
go. Well, it's a little way down.
So our two options, well, three options. The first, which would be fun, would be to just break these chains and let it drop, and then we just use the rug to fly around. Two, we get on, we pull the levers, and we go down manually. Three, we use the levers to lower it its natural way, and again use the rug.
Just lower I would say just take the levers and go all the way down as far as we can. I wouldn't break it right now. Just
passing the light or stopping at the light.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see if we can notice if we get closer down to it. We'll keep an eye. We want to keep the lift working because I was just thinking there are people who have been captured. There might be some people in here that aren't actually brainwashed. We might have to rescue people. And
That's true.
the lift
maybe
is the other way of doing that.
It's been over an hour. I don't know how your hat works, but I am no longer disguised.
Oh, it works.
That seems to have a huge
Is disguise self-concentration?
No, but it
No.
only lasts an hour anyway. And we took a long rest while we were waiting.
Yeah, short rest, I think.
Yeah, short rest.
While we were...
So it will have ended during that.
Yeah. Well, my hat won't really matter in that case, but I think the hat just works.
Yeah, the hat of disguise just keeps working. It stops when you want it to.
Unless you do want to pretend to be my prisoners. But then
I mean, if we run into guards, that might be a thing to
I need to talk. I've got no tongue. They wouldn't expect me to talk. But let's not. I don't think my performance will. Don't think my. Actually, it should be pretty good. Actually, my performance.
Is the plan to stop when we reach that light we can see, or to go beyond it?
How about we just start going down? We can pull the lever anytime to stop and assess the situation, and then continue going down.
How about you explore beyond the light?
Oh.
He said the name of the game.
Crash. Game crashes.
All right.
Oh God!
So
Don't say that. Traumatic.
So I'll stand by the brake lever back here, I guess. Unless there's any kind of. Does it seem like it would take some strength? Well, I'm not the weakest.
You do that. I've got a plan.
So I'll stand at the brake lever, and Serador, you wanna kick us off?
Well, the one you go to just lowers us, and if you stop lowering us, it should also be the brake and the descend, I'd imagine.
It's a progression. So you put it forwards and you move, and when you put it back to 0, it stops you.
Oh, so one was down and one was up. Was that
one
it?
was down? The front one was down, back one was up.
That's why I'm saying take it in stages. Maybe after every 50 feet, we assess the situation. Can we see anything? Can we see any cabins? Or is it just a straight, shaft going down?
Shaft. So I'm just gonna stand at the front in case anything. And plus, I don't think we're going that fast. But I want to make sure we don't miss any levels that may be darkened.
Okay, that's fine.
In the shaft.
Yeah.
So it's Sarador at the front, Breckec, you doing the lever? Or do you want to marry
Is the back lever the one that does lower?
No, the front.
I'll stand here then.
Yeah, I can work.
I mean, you can try going up, but there is a ceiling.
I stand at the back just in case we have to go back up quickly. So I will, not keep in hand on the lever, but just be ready to take it in case we have to go back.
Should we see what happens if we pull both at the same time?
No.
The world explodes.
It's like when you put a portable hole in a bag of holding.
It's like dividing by 0.
I'm going to put the bag of holding up. Can I move it round my front like it's like a fanny pack kind of thing so that I can get the... I don't want to leave the rug out, but I want to be able to, within one quick motion, get it out if I need it.
Just hand in.
Yeah, hand in.
Bag.
Okay.
Rather than have it out and then we lose it somehow and then I'll be upset.
Okay.
Need that on the way out, probably.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull, and based on how fast we're going, be ready to slow to a stop.
You start pulling the lever, and the first thing you notice is that there's a huge creak as you pull the lever back, and all of the cogs start whirring, and it seems there is a limit on how fast you descend. It's actually quite a slow and fairly comfortable descent. It's kind of like maybe it would probably equate to about 5 feet per round. It's that slow. But the thing it does mean is that you've got plenty of time to react to things. Once you descend past being able to see into this level, you basically enter into almost total darkness. There's a slight glow above you. Soon, a minute passes. 2 minutes pass. And then below you, you start to see the light again that Sarador pointed out previously. At the whole time, there's no hidden levels. Nothing that is just encased in darkness. And you keep going, and you make it to the next level down.
So, yeah, slow us to a stop as we approach the light. And then in a low voice go, but actually, is it loud as we come to a stop?
It's less loud, but it's not being quiet. It's not the stealthiest of transportation methods.
I'm not the stealthiest of gnome.
You're not the stealthiest. You're not the stealthiest of groups, honestly. I hate to say it. The first thing.
The word patrol. Sorry, on the left. I don't know if that's supposed to be there.
Might be. Who knows? You don't know.
I was at this lever. So I guess say. So are we stopping here? Get off here, or keep descending, or should we peek and see if we can see more light further down? Actually, yeah, I'll go to the edge and look.
It's the stealthiest of us, probably.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is that you, Sarador, and now Breck being right at the front, you see on the right-hand side as you look, there's a tunnel. The track goes off to the right, and there's a tunnel that has caved in, and you can hear movement behind it. To the left, it sounds and looks clear from where you're stood, but there is no way of telling without stepping out.
Okay. I'm going to hat this guys anyway to look like one of the ones we killed downstairs, just in case they see me at the corner of their vision and it's okay kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm just hanging my head over the lip of the elevator to look down the shaft and see if I see light further down again.
It continues down from here.
At approximately the same distance, I see another light.
It's difficult to tell. From the angle you're stood at, it's hard to tell if there's more light, just because there's a very thin gap to make sure that the tracks connect up enough for the minecarts to get through. And also there's the light from torches where you're stood, so it's quite difficult to get a good gauge on it from being enclosed in like this. If you, to be fair, apologies, sorry. If you looked over the side of the lift itself, instead, my brain immediately went to where you're stood, like down through this crack. But if you look down the side, probably this side, like the non-mechanism side.
Right.
You still can't see a light, but you can see the light from here reflects quite far down. You can still see that there's probably another level or two with this sort of depth to it. Sorry, Athena.
Firstly, question: how long have we gone down, and can I sort of get an approximate distance to how far up the hole is that we came from?
So, quick maths. Judging roughly by how far or how long it took and how quick it was going, you've gone anywhere between 600 to 1,000 feet.
Okay.
The darkness makes it difficult to tell. Looking down from the lift itself, it's impossible to say, or to judge further distance. Was that your question? I think.
No. Looking up at the hole, can I judge how far away it is? But after a certain point.
After a certain point, yeah.
You can't really tell anymore. It's just a spot of light in the distance.
If that.
Okay.
It is very much a void of darkness between where you started and where you ended up.
Okay.
And there's no roof. We're not in a box. This is a platform.
Yes, it's basically just it's a platform essentially.
Okay. So no obstacle to us flying up, should we want to.
No. Okay. As long as the platform is below you, there's no obstacle.
Okay. I would suggest that I go and try and have a look sneakily, and you wait here.
There's noise. There's noise to the right. Well,
yeah.
Over here. To our right from our perspectives.
Make perception checks for me, please, team.
Everyone?
It's a group check, so. We're taking the average of your rolls, which up until temerity was quite good. So Breckec and Sarador, you can hear the rumbling and kind of movement of rock. You can see there's been a cave in, like, the context is obvious, right? There's been a cave in, and on the other side it sounds like people are trying to clear it. You can hear voices, which is something you haven't heard before.
Intelligible voices?
No, but voices.
So this side of they're obviously this side of the rock fall, not the other side, because we can hear the voices.
Yes.
That's what we'd assume. Okay. Means they can't run away.
But temerity, your focus is on kind of trying to sneak through and be stealthy, so you're less focused on what's going on over this way. But you can hear, like Sarador and Breck, you can definitely hear the clear sound of people working away at the rocks, and also voices. What are you doing?
If you're going to try stealthing around that corner, just be cautious. There's people working the other direction.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to stay close to the wall and just have a peek around. So I would go. Oops, I'm not tapped in. Hello, game.
Hello.
I would just be here, or like have a peek around from here. Have a peek around the wall.
Looking right, you can see that it seems fairly like blocked off. You can't see through the fallen rocks, which at least protects your back for now. Looking further down the shaft, seems clear.
Okay, so I can't see through the rocks. No one else can see through the rocks either.
It's a fair assumption.
Can I discern how and why the shaft collapsed?
Not really. Not from here. It seems like mine collapses aren't really your specialty. But there is a lot of rock. So it's...
Okay, it's coast is clear. I think we can go on if we want to go to the God, this is so confusing. To the left.
Right.
God.
Okay.
the
Let's
left,
be
right?
stealthy though about it.
Yeah, let's be stealthy about it.
Roll stealth checks then, please.
Yeah, so this platform is wood, but by the time I get out here, it's stone. Am I fair to use Svirfneblin camouflage or no?
Once you get past, like, off the platform and into the corridor itself, then yes, because that is stone. This is wood because it's a sort of staging area and like wooden platform. But yeah.
Although I forgot the version here does not mention anything about stone, but I'm pretty sure other sources of the spell or the feature description do say that it's only when on stone.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter either way, really.
Well, I'll use it to cancel my disadvantage.
Yeah, that seems legit. So just roll a stealth check normally.
Well, I want 2 1s now. Come on. Oh, it was 2 1s.
It was 2 1s, literally. All right. Both Breck and Sarador, you step off the platform. It gives a bit of a creak and just sway slightly, which is a bit unnerving, but you make it off quite easily. And just being generally sneaky. Breck, typically a bit less sneaky than perhaps your team would like. But that's okay. You'll be fine, surely. Temerity. You knock into one of these sort of little sacks here as you're trying to kind of sneak in. You don't quite see it. It's a bit dusty on the floor, and you kick it, and just a plume of dust up in your face, which immediately makes you sneeze. And the sneeze kind of echoes right through the corridor ahead of you, and probably behind you as well. It's loud, echoey, and yeah, stealthy is not a word I would use to describe that sneeze.
Temerity.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't help it. Okay, maybe we should just move on very quickly. And I run down.
Oh,
All right.
oh okay. I follow, I guess.
Follow. Yeah.
Saying, but I was gonna see if I could tell what was going on with that cave-in.
It looks dead end up there, I guess.
Oh my
Still
god!
disguised.
Stop zooming
hopefully.
in. Every time you move, it zooms back in, and I'm trying to zoom out so that the stream view gets a good look. And I'm just like, there's probably a way I can change it, to be fair. So you go further up the corridor, and there's a few other little shafts. You see a few more of those really strange veins of that green stone, and they don't seem to go anywhere. They always seem to have mined a little bit. There's always a little bit of a box or a crate of the green stone, and then nothing else. But straight at the end is a dead end with a minecart at the end. Another couple of small mine shafts, and then a right turn that seems to lead into another corridor.
Do we go this way, or do we go back and go
No.
deeper?
We should go this way.
Okay.
Lead the
Can-
way.
We can always go back, go back to investigate those smaller shafts, but we should go and use the time that we have to find anything important.
Okay. So, stealth is just totally off the table at this point, and we're just kind of running through the tunnels.
Yeah, I mean, it's walking fast, I'd imagine.
Okay, so you come. Stop zooming back in. Jesus. So you come to this bit here, and it at first glance doesn't seem to have any through route. Oh Jesus, that's the wrong way. Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to sort out the zoom situation first. As in the camera zoom, not zoom. There we go. Now that I can actually see what I'm describing, it makes it a lot easier. To your left, so this side, character's left, stage right, there seems to be a workbench, a few mining tools, and a full minecart. This minecart appears to be full of the same meat that you've seen before. But this looks even worse than previously. There's a few crates hidden in the corner here. To the right, it looks like this is an unfinished shaft, like an unfinished mine shaft, that looks like it's supposed to run parallel to the one you've just come from. There are two smaller shafts here and one here. All of it, like, it's clearly regularly used, but just not currently inhabited.
Why is this meat stuff in the minecart? Is this what they're mining from the walls?
I mean, have you ever experienced that in your time of people mining meat out of walls?
No, and the only thing I can think of is both from Temerity's vision and from what I saw in the mind of that cultist is that this whole area is the body of some giant thing, and they are mining through it. That this is not rock, but its body, where maybe in its bones, and that's its marrow. But that's just a guess.
I mean, if they only remove it once a week, they only took like one donkey cart's worth. It doesn't seem that would be enough.
Right. Although this seems fresher, meaning less fresh, more gross. What if they're refining it as well? Maybe they're I don't know.
Let's keep going to get some more answers. Which
I
might mean going back down the lift.
I take a piece out of the mine cart and stuff it in the same pouch that I put the other piece of the meat in.
As you try and... Hang on. As you try and grab hold of the meat from the cart, it just kind of... almost like a blancmange just goops up in your hand. There's no, like, actual physical thing to grab. It just kind of turns into... Ugh. That's a horrible thought.
I'm not gonna taste this one.
Down it.
I would like to clean my hand off, but
there are a few not clean rags on the work table here. As you kind of investigate this area, this little outcropping here seems to be just a random offshoot that meets itself. There does seem to be... Actually, Temerity, make a perception check for me before you do anything else. You can, as Sarador and Breck are on this end, kind of dealing with Breck's blancmange situation. You can hear the voices now, and people working through this little outcrop here.
Okay, I'll let him do whatever he wants. I just press myself against the wall here.
Okay. Stealthily? Or you just
Stealthily.
Go for it?
that's my job.
It wasn't like dexterity saving throw.
Well, make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
If you added a new module just to mess up your Yathina's rolls.
Opening.
Ooh.
You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage as you go to lean up against the wall and misjudge where you try and lean and put pressure against one of the supporting beams that is kind of holding up some of the shaft, and as you do, it snaps underneath you, and the wood beams, it doesn't shatter, but it snaps and falls in on itself, which kind of knocks you on the head and sends you a bit loopy, and then the falling rock that follows it as it's been disturbed just onto your head and body and kind of pummels you to the ground, and you are restrained and prone on the ground.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Guess we didn't notice this.
Yes, it is very loud, and
yeah, I unstealthily, hearing that, turn to run down and dig her out.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll both head down there. Don't know how much. If we've got movement, are we doing movement per turn? Or we just
Nah, you're okay.
I assume as we're doing that, we can hear what she was hearing down this path.
Once the dust literally settles, yes. Yes, you can.
Can we try to shift the rocks and unrestrain?
Yeah, can I try and push through
Yeah,
them?
with the three of you, eventually like helping each other. Eventually, it takes less than a minute to get enough rocks off you to stand up and start dusting yourself off. You are covered in dust, but honestly, is it more physical pain or emotional pain that you're feeling right now?
Honestly. Yeah, I stand up and I look apologetic to the two. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with me today. And I dust myself off and I crack my neck and I crack my limbs and I crack my back. I'm like, okay, I'm fine. Let's keep going.
Did it
Look
hurt?
like you're covered with blood now.
Do you want to heal?
It's fine. It's fine.
You don't want a
We
quick
have
little heal?
some potions, don't we?
Let's go.
Okay.
Well,
Was
there's voices down this side path.
Feel
They
free
had
to
to have
investigate.
They had to have heard that.
You'd imagine so. There might be.
I don't have any. Oh, I thought I had potions, but I don't have any potions.
Did that whole
you
tunnel
should
cave
have
in?
potions.
Damn it.
No, I
Me
don't
too.
think I have potions. That was a different game.
No, it was this one. 'Cause you
No.
had loads. I handed you some.
Yeah, I think everybody had potions that just didn't get carried over.
Yeah, I don't.
I've got
have
2
any.
greater, 2 superior, 2 regular, but I had more than that, and I gave you some temerity.
Oh, two great. Two reg. Two soup. I think I was supposed to have those.
No, I'm pretty sure there was something like 5, 2, and 5.
It was 5, 2, and 5, and I thought they split the fives up. I didn't have any healing potions.
Yeah, I've got 5, 2. Yeah, I got 2, 2, 2. So you must have 3 superior and 3 regular, I think.
Okay.
I'm assuming that the 5, the 2 was the grey to the middle one.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
5,
I think
2,
you only
5.
had 2 regular because I think you had used one of the 3.
Yeah, can you give me 2 regular and 3 superior, Magna?
Ugh.
I'm sorry.
Ugh.
I forgot to add them to D&D Beyond, and they didn't carry over when we inputted the character sheet.
Ugh. Fine. Okay. So how many was it? 5, 2, 3 superior, 3 normal.
3 superior, 2 normal.
Okay.
Sure, we don't want a quick little cure wounds from one of us. We both have the ability.
No, I want you to keep your spell slots just in case. I'm gonna take a potion of superior healing.
Oh, that's the big one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but she did just take 20 points of damage.
And now I'm back. I'm back full.
So this whole tunnel, did that whole little side tunnel collapse or partially collapse with that?
Yeah, just this bit here.
Just this bit here. It's like this beam here next to Sarador is the one that broke, and as it snapped in and collapsed, it kind of disturbed the rocks around it, some on the ceiling that just then fell in. They're not like boulders, they're not like this bit down here next to you, Breck. They are literally just kind of rocks and stones. But even that's enough at kind of 10 feet to do some damage, you know.
So just some logicking that goes back the direction Breckec is envisioning, that this tunnel is some sort of maintenance tunnel that might go to the other end of this, and the voices that we heard through there are the same ones we hear through here.
They sound familiar.
Do we want to do a bit more? Cave in that whole thing? Make sure they're nice and trapped and not coming after us without digging their way out?
I mean, there could be an artifact down there we need.
I think they're probably just trying to clear the debris from the mine.
But you said there was talking as well.
Yes.
So it's not the ones we just fought above with no tongues. It could be
Slaves or
It
something.
could be slaves. It might not be bad people, generic. Definitely.
But do we want to risk it?
I
You
don't
wanna
know.
just grab-
I don't like leaving knowing that there's someone between us and the exit that is living. But it also seems like maybe what are the chances that down that collapsed route is the thing we're looking for that we don't know?
Clearing it for a reason as well.
Maybe that's the active head of the mine and that's how it collapsed. They got this tasty bucket of meat out of there. Well, do we want to try
Ribs.
sneaking? Maybe.
I mean, we tried that a minute ago, and I'll just turn around and look at Temerity. I'm gonna get. Can I get to this edge here and just poke my head around and?
Drew, you look like a cultist.
True.
I do look like a cultist, yeah.
Yeah, make a
I think
perception
one
check.
more step.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be able to see yourself, so it's fine. Make a perception
treat it as
check, just for more of a less of sight because you can see, but go for sound. Temerity. No, I said temerity.
Not Benton.
Temerity is kind of like brushing herself off, coughing, groaning a little bit.
Listen.
She's drinking her potion, you know, it's a bit.
Oh, she's a proper glugger as well.
She's a proper glugger, yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
exactly, and she, you know, it's kind of distracting you from being able to hear. You can still hear the voices, but they're not clear enough to make anything out specifically.
Okay, but they're still talking. They're not trying to be quiet, and they're also looking. Not here waiting for us.
No.
I'll just turn around and be like, with my arms in the air, like it might. We could go and look.
Well, I'm always one for following curiosity to whatever end. I begin to follow.
Okay.
I follow as well.
Can I make sure there's no like? I can't imagine where there'll be traps, so I'll make sure my feet, more likely that I don't trip over anything, and just taking care. I guess walking through.
Just make a dexterity check, just for like the, you know, taking it slow, kind of being careful.
Okay.
Cool.
Bit clunky then.
I was gonna ask all of us to make sure that we're not.
Well, Sarador's going first, so if it's
I don't want to roll anymore.
the dexterity checks because Sarador's going first. So the trap that he triggers when he doesn't notice the wire only affects him. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can you teach me how to roll 20s?
Because you set a couple of these similar type of things up previously, you notice just as your foot makes contact with like this thin wire / string across the just barely off the floor, it's like maybe an inch off the floor, your foot makes contact with it and you manage to stop yourself just before, and then you look up and you can see that it's literally in the same sort of trap that you set previously. There's just a whole bunch of bells and tubs and tins and all sorts up above you, connected to the like on top of the beams and all sorts that look rigged to just fall down and make noise if someone's sneaking through. And you manage to pull your foot back just before and step over it and point it out to Temerity and Breck.
Okay. There's a little trip right there.
Why would someone set a trap here?
I don't know. Maybe this is a trap then. Like, not just this trap, but a trap of a trap. I don't know.
How high off the floor is the wire? Am I able to step over it?
Yeah, it's literally just an inch. It's kind of just high enough off the floor that you'd catch it with your foot, but also low enough that if you know it's there, you can avoid it easily.
Like, can you limbo underneath it?
But can you limbo underneath it?
I mean, if I merge with the stone,
Can't shoot.
but I'm not going to try.
Okay, everyone stay within 10 of me. You get +4 in your saves.
Doesn't help me if I roll 3 nat 1 sort of.
All right, Breckec, just stay right next to me. don't worry about it.
You all manage to step over the cable wire and avoid it easily. As you get further and further through, this little corridor is very narrow and thin. It's literally just tall enough for Sarador to walk through easily. Temerity, what do your horns look like? Are they like sticking up like your picture, or are they curled, or?
They do stick up like my picture and go a little bit to the back, like
Okay.
aerodynamically, because she's an athlete. So
Of course.
they complement her aerodynamic sprinting physique.
Or at least that's what you thought, but they actually just added drag, which is why you were always that little bit too slow. But as you walk through, your horns are scraping against the roof of this little passageway. But what was I going to say? Yeah, it literally just does seem like either a maintenance tunnel or like a quick escape tunnel. You can hear the voices now. There's one, and there's two. One is definitely giving commands, whereas the other one is slightly more relaxed, a little bit less intense, but harder to make out.
Okay, but if one's giving commands,
We recognize the words that they're saying, or the language they're speaking.
Sounds like common, which usually means it's common.
Does it sound like it's being spoken by someone that only has one ear?
or no eyes, maybe.
Or possibly no eyes?
Make a medicine check
Excuse me.
with disadvantage. How would you know? You can't see it.
Smell like they missed.
Like as Sarador, as you would get to the end of this little corridor, you can see that it comes down. The voices are definitely coming from this direction compared to where you are. If you take another step in, just
Okay, sure I'm just keeping an eye out for any more traps as we go.
yeah, that's fine. Make an investigation
I
check.
found one. Poops. That's not going to be good. Okay.
15. Keeping an eye out, you don't see any more down the corridor, like the little maintenance tunnel. And here, all you see is what looks like an opening to another corridor. And also to your left, stage right, looks like there's a ladder with not a trapdoor, but a smaller tunnel shaft down.
Okay. I don't actually have vision of that on mine. Right, just about now.
Yeah, so like this is the ladder, and then around here you can just about make out another track or another sort of minecart sort of staging area.
Okay. Now I'll whisper out, like, do I walk out there like I belong here in this disguise and to see what happens?
Sure.
Or
It's
do we
better
just-
than us trying to sneak.
I
Then
say,
not-
what could go wrong? And I cast guidance as I touch your back.
I've got a minute. Okay, cool. That's plenty of time.
What are you disguised as, by the way? Are you disguised as like the sort of
No tongues. One of those.
the guy that you fought upstairs, or the guys that you fought before in the swamp?
No, the guys that are just upstairs, the one with no tongues, the splint armor type.
Okay, cool.
That way I don't have to talk as well.
Fair point.
And yeah, I mean, you guys can still come a bit closer if you want. I'm gonna pop my head out.
You get to here, and you can hear footsteps very close to you.
Is that blue line anything specific? Or is that
The blue line's supposed to be invisible, but clearly I'm not very good at.
I spotted a. Yeah. So,
Now it's telling me I need to make it visible, otherwise it just can't exist. There we go. You can still see it, but
okay. Get this corner here. And see if I
Mhm.
can- I can see someone.
yes. Oops. Hang on. I'll stop him moving. The person that you see seems to be one of the people that's talking. And by seems to be, I mean is. Because he's just talking to himself. Not really making sense of anything, or saying anything that's making sense. He's just rambling, waffling, chattering to himself. Has a very
Okay.
kind of vacant look on his face. But he's not wearing anything you've seen cultists wear before. He's wearing very tightly wrapped robes that are of kind of deep red / orange, with sort of like a almost like a blackish grey waistcoat on. Bald head, like heavily tattooed, but not into designs or anything. More sort of starting from sort of halfway down the back of his skull. It's just tattooed, and then it seems to go under his robes. It's very has eyes, doesn't have his left ear, but has his tongue because he's talking.
Okay. Well, I kind of want to get this one round the corner with our people. So I'm just gonna dressed up. Dressed up. I'm just gonna like pop my head out and then like wave, and he'll obviously recognize I'm one who I can't talk. I'm just gonna wave to like come urgently, and then head back around the corner down here.
All right, make persuasion or deception, whichever you think would be better suited for this situation.
Both the same role. I'll go for deception.
Okay.
Sweet.
Cool. You sort of gesture for him to come over, and there's a moment of nothing happens. And then he starts walking towards you and turns the corner.
Do we, from the tunnel, see him at that point?
Can you see him?
I can't.
I can see an arm with a red thing sticking out.
So you can sort of see him, like, but Temerity being at the back of this, like, this is a tunnel that you can only go through single file. So Temerity currently can't see him, but Breck and Sarador have eyes on him. If not,
anyone in here is bad, probably, especially if they're free and patrolling and stuff.
And doesn't have their left ear.
Short
And-
swing. That's
you're gonna swing at him.
yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I should.
I guess so my eyes were just on Cerador, not really even watching for that, so I see it out of periphery, and I guess in seeing that, my action would just be to move out of the tunnel to make room for Temerity to join us.
All right. Okay, so you step out. Temerity gets a chance to come through, so you can see where he is now. Make your attack roll, Sarador.
I'm gonna make use of my. What kind of armor was this person wearing? Are they wearing like?
It doesn't look like mechanically. Doesn't look like he's wearing armor at all. Just
Okay,
looks more like robes than armor.
I've just taken Great Weapon Mastery, so I might as well try to do the -5 to hit to get +10 damage as well.
Go for it.
I don't know if I have to click anything for that, but I'll obviously just take 10 off, I guess.
I don't know if it gives you an option for it.
5, sorry, so that'd be 12.
That just misses. He manages to, you see him approach, and he's still waffling to himself, still rambling, still vacant look on his face, but he steps carefully, and as you turned away from him and you turn towards him with a swing of your great axe, he manages to stop just far enough away for your great axe to miss. You get a second attack, don't you?
I do. I was just wondering if it was like a surprise, just one attack, but if I get 2 attacks, I will happily try again.
Go for it.
And knowing it, again, I'm going to go for the -5 again, because surely...
Yeah. Nice. So roll your critical hit damage +10.
Okay, so +10 is 26.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice.
So you turn and swing with the first, and he manages to stop just in time for you to miss this swing, and then you take a step forward as you swing back, just normal footwork, proficient, like just your training teaches you to use your feet, and as you do, you swing your axe and manage to take his head off clean in one fell swoop.
If it's anything like the ones that are in the swamp with just the ear missing, they're quite soft.
You'll never be the head of a major corporation.
Where are the drums at? I'm looking around for drums.
There are no drums.
Can't see any. The target of blood. I like that. Okay. I'm glad I didn't bother pumping the divine smite into that as well when I crit.
He had 27 hit points, so I was like, well, may as well give it you, because it was a crit anyway, so why not? But no.
Well, since we're not in initiative with him, then I'll take a minute to peek down this ladder.
I will say, as his head is removed, make a quick stealth check to see if you can, Temerity and Breck, to see if you can grab the body and head from making noise.
At least it didn't shout out though.
There we go, Yathina.
Hey.
Mine would have been
Breck,
good if it wasn't at
you-
disadvantage.
Well, no, because you're on stone, so you'd get advantage.
Well, only if I use the feature, and I only have one more use of that.
Oh, is that not like an every time thing?
It's a 3 times per long rest.
Oh, all right.
At least
So
that's how it's
who's
tracked.
going for what?
I'm going for the body. As
Okay.
I
that's
loves me some head, so I want another jawbone to add to my collection. So I'm diving for that.
the head is not the head. The body is bigger. He's carrying weapons that would make more sound in my head when falling to the ground. So I'm going for that.
Okay. Temerity, seeing the swift removal of the head, dash in and sort of cradle the body, like get your right arm underneath his shoulders and manage to wrap around and catch it and lift his legs up as well and pull him further into the sort of crevice so that he's even less visible. Proper Hitman style, like you pulled up a proper Agent 47 move. Breck, the head flies towards you and smashes you in the face. And just through sheer luck, more than anything, as you kind of reach up to go, ugh, you catch it kind of like a rugby ball. So it's kind of just like resting now, bleeding onto your armor.
Nice.
Tasty.
Well, I guess since I have that, can I see? Does it anything else odd about it? It is truly a head missing a left ear.
Yeah.
Okay. I probably won't dismantle the head at this moment, but I'll sit it nicely in the tunnel for our return journey.
All right.
And I'd like to step over and look down this ladder part just to see what I can see.
Make a perception check.
Sure.
Temerity. We'll get to you in a second.
Okay.
You can't see down the ladder. It looks very dark and gloomy. But the ladder descends into the darkness. More than 30 feet. More than what's your dark vision range?
Is it 60?
120. That's a lie. You can see the bottom of the ladder. Just about. But it's literally at the edge of your dark vision range.
Okay. Yeah. No torches or things down there visible. It's just
no
pit.
It's very gloomy. Temerity, as you step further back after retrieving the body, you can see that there is a similar cultist to someone you've seen, like the cultist you fought in the swamp, currently looking your way. Doesn't seem to be necessarily looking directly at you, but kind of looking in this direction.
I wave at the other two, not saying anything, and just put my finger to my lips and just point down, or behind, like in that case, behind me or down the corridor, and then I step out of sight of that person.
Okay.
I step back toward the tunnel and pick up my prize head.
Okay.
Just in case we need to run.
I'm just gonna stand at the corner here, just out of view.
Yeah, just peeking. You can see someone else stood further back.
So the front one's like the magic one with no eyes. Or
no, these are the ones that just are missing an ear. These are the ones that that made up most of the swarm that you faced on the way in, and also that you faced in the swamp. The squishy ones, you know.
Yeah, like 10 HP ones.
The guy behind him is the person that you've been hearing issuing commands and orders that you like for most of the time you were down here. He's currently facing away towards where the rockfall happened.
Guys, could we quickly get that body and then bend it over in the minecart, and then when it doesn't respond to them calling, they might come down and we can ambush.
Sure, sounds good.
As long as they don't see us do it.
Wait, I can use mending to mend the hood back onto the robe.
Well, I'm just gonna bend them over the minecart, so we need legs and lower torso.
So their head
heads
would be
inside.
in the cart.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can keep the actual head then.
Yeah, all yours, mate.
Okay.
Important
so
things, you know.
How long will it take me to carry a quick body over there and put it in there? Around, maybe. So I'm gonna wait for a time when they both turn around and aren't looking, and then
I'll help you for sure.
Okay.
And I will when I feel hand on your back, and when I feel you start to step away, I will give you guidance.
So
If that has worn off in the meantime.
just so that I
Okay.
fully understand, you're trying to move this body into this minecart. Right.
So as if the legs were still standing on the edge, just peeking into the minecart. So it's kind of like folded over, but legs still on the ground. So they see someone peeking into the minecart, and they're like, "Come on, what are you doing?" If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Oh, that Jerry's been hitting the bottle again, passed out in the minecart.
And then he comes down, and then we wallop.
Okay. So you hold on for a long time, like a solid 5 minutes or so. The guy at the back is still bellowing orders. The person at the front still looks like he's keeping watch, probably. Looks away a few times, but only kind of to see what progress is being made. Like, how long are you looking to wait or willing to wait?
I wouldn't want to wait more than 10 minutes, person. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, no, 10 minutes is fine.
If that doesn't happen, we'll just go and cut their heads off, I guess.
Okay. After about 7 minutes, another one that was stood next to him appears, and they start kind of walking around and patrolling again. So there's now 2 of the cloaked people and the new person at the back. But as they're moving around, they're moving inconsistently. They're not sort of doing a prescribed route. So there's ample opportunity. Like every time they pause, if you tell me that's when you're going to go, I can stop them from moving so that can be the round, you know.
Sarador, are they looking our way right now?
The first time they don't, I'll say no, and then we'll go for it, I guess.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna move here.
While we're waiting, is the order giver continuing to give orders? And can we hear what those words are?
It's honestly just a lot of keep going, go faster, stop slacking, that kind of thing. It's not anything insightful. It seems more just, you know,
motivation,
drill sergeanting, you know.
Gotcha.
Okay, so yeah, as soon as the first opportunity arises,
okay,
I'll do it.
The one that was stood here, so where you couldn't quite see, that appeared, is now right at the other end of the shaft, and this guy is back in the same sort of space, but currently facing the same way as the other guy. So they're now like facing away. So you've got time.
So I'll take the body over there. I don't know how long you said it would take me. Make sure it's situated.
It depends how thorough you want to be. If you want to be like very careful about it, it would probably take 2 or 3 rounds just to heave it in, get it positioned decently. If you want to just kind of yeet him in and hope for the best, then it'd be a round.
Yeah, this is a quick yeet, flop him over kind of situation, I think, so I don't get seen.
All right. Yeah, it's a round. You just run out. Temerity runs across. You flop the body over, manage to just about keep his feet on the floor as the body spills in. Blood starts dripping into the empty minecart. It's pretty gross. And then the first guy starts moving down and sees him. And as soon as he sees him, the commander guy at the back immediately flips his head, looks, and the guy at the back also... Ooh, didn't know I could do that. This guy at the back turns, and now you've got 3 people looking in the direction. You hear, "You two, you go." And the 2 lookouts essentially line up and start walking down together. It's
Ready
lockstep.
to swing at anything that comes within range of me as soon as I can.
Yeah, can I hold an unarmed strike in case someone comes down and has that back to me? I'm trying to stay in the shadows behind this ledge.
Alright, make a stealth check.
No,
You're being stealthy,
I know. Okay.
There we go. See? It's swung back round to Rando now, it's fine. Okay. So Temerity hidden in the shadows, Sarador, then Breck. These two guys come down and they sort of give the body a punch, and when there's no immediate response, don't forget to target your... Oh, you have. It's in the middle. That's weird.
Oh, it looks different.
Yeah. It's in the middle, look. It's so strange.
It's red arrows now. For me.
Yeah, they changed the icon slightly. It should be yellow, didn't it?
Okay, so Sarador, make your attacks as well.
Normal attack. I didn't say I wasn't going to do that, so I'll just do normal. Ah, damn it.
I mean, I'll allow it. It's fine. Although, you know these guys to be pretty weak, it's probably not necessary. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this guy be dead. Temerity, literally, with like scary efficiency. Sarador, you remove your target's head. Temerity, you...
I snap his neck again.
You just run out and crack the guy's neck. They both fall dead. Or at least they should, but alas.
Breckec suffers a small mental break of, oh no, there's a second head. I can't hold both. But decides to stick with the current shiny one.
Yeah, of course. Stick with the originals.
Yeah, because I already have a jawbone from one of the swamp ones, I think.
After he fell dead, I want to move back into the shadows.
I'm just waiting for the reaction from anyone else that's up there before I decide what to do.
Right. These guys aren't... There we go. It's kind of catching up. I'll just move these guys out of the way, just so that they're not taking up space. It's lagging a little bit, I think.
Yeah. I can't.
We'll say with your 22 temerity that you literally jump out, snap his neck, and move back to the shadows in like one swift movement. Sarador, bit less subtle, but
So could I like put axe? I use it for your head actually, didn't you? Alright.
yeah, this time instead of removing his head, you basically just cleave straight down and like cave in most of his head. It's pretty grim. So yeah, Temerity, you're back where you were. We know where you are. The drill master at the back, almost immediately, no, I can't see you, so...
Oh, right! Come on!
Oh no!
Every game!
Where's the template gone? Hang on, sorry. I'll cast that again because I've lost the template.
Unbelievable. I have PTSD.
It's fine. It's fine. He's just gonna send the Starador. You notice it mostly. The person at the back mutters something, does some hand movement, and then just swooshes his arm, and from basically emanating from his palm is like a little mote of fire that just expands as it flies down, and basically sends it to the back of the group, back of the thing, which immediately all gets engulfed in flames. Everybody needs to make a saving throw. Dexterity, Sarador, you're fine. Guys.
I'm leaving!
Breck and Temerity take 30 points of fire damage. Sarador, you take 15.
I'm resistant to fire. You take
15 then. the one saving grace for you, Yathina.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I did not maintain concentration on my
On your guidance.
guidance.
So now all of you are currently engulfed in fire. Breck, you are the one that suffers the most from it, because you ultimately are so small you can't escape it at any point. So taking the most damage. Sarador, you managed to avoid the first blast, but we'll say you managed to move out of it to here. And then Temerity and Breckec, you are still stuck inside. And now it's time for initiative, please. And I think it's time that we updated the music slightly, don't you?
Oh, I think peaceful strings are very fitting.
Really? Interesting. We'll go with this one. Alright. So in the same breath as a fireball gets sent out, how is this music so much louder? In that same breath, oops. Oh, go away. So he then mutters another spell incantation and a spiritual weapon, which takes the form of almost like a scythe, is now hovering over you, Sarador. I'll see if I have an actual scythe. Oh, I actually do. Nice. So that scythe is now hovering over Sarador. But that is his turn. Temerity.
Yes. I am moving out of the fire.
Yes.
One, two,
Walking
three,
through. Four?
4. Yeah, that was 4. Yeah. No, that was 3 in the fire.
3 in
the
the
fourth
fire.
one was the.
Okay. Take 5 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
As you run out back through the fire.
Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7.
You now become
8.
aware of the other cultists that were there trying to clear off the rubble and debris that you've now run straight up to. They're not currently 100% ready for you. They were just sort of getting ready for a fight. So you do kind of have the edge on them at the moment.
Okay. I am going to attack the one that's closest to me.
Seems fair.
It's not one. With an unarmed strike.
Yeah. 11. How describe your unarmed strike?
Well, they will have seen me by now, so with my very swift monk movement, I run up to them and I just punch him into the solar plexus, knowing exactly where to punch to kill him immediately.
Yeah. You do the old, punch to the heart type thing. Punch to the gut. Stops his heart. It's pretty deadly.
And then I have one more square of movement, which means I'm going here, on top of the body, stepping on top of the body, and with my bonus action, unarmed strike, not flurry of blows, just unarmed strike, I am going to punch the one next to me. Oh, I have 2 attacks anyway. So this is my second attack.
That one misses.
Okay, then now I'm using my bonus action to punch him again.
All right. Okay. Nice.
Good.
Easy. Easy.
So you imagine her just like jumping from wall to wall very quickly, punching the one, jumping or stepping on top of the one that she just killed, who crumpled onto the floor, and then continuing to punch the one in front of her.
Nice. The movement through the corridor was swift, also for the reason of putting out the fire that was kind of still singeing her clothes. Breck, we come round to you.
Well,
It's very
I'm really
hot.
unhappy, about how that fire has negatively impacted the quality of this head that I had plans for.
Breakfast.
So if I can, as a free action, toss it behind me out of the fire into the tunnel.
Of course, priorities.
And then I suppose I should probably move out of the fire. 20 feet. Oh, I don't know why that didn't.
50. So that's 3 squares of fire.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Wait. 1. Okay, I don't know how to.
So it would be
Like that.
from here, you've got 10 feet, 15 feet. So your fourth square is the one that's out of the fire.
Yeah.
So you take 14 points of fire damage. Just escaping the fire with your little legs. And then...
And then... Okay, I see... Wait, is there one further down? Okay, no. So, this... Oh, it didn't do the ping. It's not doing... Oh, there we go. That is the casting one.
Yes.
Right? Because I recognize that the other guy in the tunnel that I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can see those. Okay. I will go ahead and assuming he's the one that burned my loot head, I will cast Sacred Flame his way.
Sacred Flame.
Why is there a button that says versatile?
For melee weapons, I guess. But...
He fails.
But I don't know what versatile would have to do with Sacred Flame.
I don't know either.
Anyway, damage roll.
Nice.
13. Not bad. Not bad. What does your Sacred Flame look like?
So summoning from some undercommon as swirling around me various mathematic and geometric formulae, and it comes out in focus in my right hand, and just a spiraling beam of maths straight to the chest.
A spiraling beam of maths. Nice. As you make contact with the Sacred Flame, he loses concentration on spiritual weapon.
Nice. And then okay, no, that is temerity that I just see around the corner there.
Yes.
In a quick glimpse, I was able to see that Serador kind of jumped out of the worst of the fireball, so I'm gonna assume that probably she's a little worse for wear than he is, and I will bonus action healing word.
You're probably okay.
Huh? Oh, me myself?
Yeah.
But up to you completely.
Yeah,
I'm
just
you play it.
fine.
give yourself a healing word, man. It'll be fine.
I'm fine. I guess I didn't think about upcasting it.
See me dodging it. You see it, like temerity's like resistant, and you're almost dead.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I am in quite a bit of pain.
It's true.
If you roleplay it that you don't like to heal yourself, that's fine as well. Like, I just don't.
I mean, I'm just concerned about my friends, but I do remember the feel of that.
I mean, you only have friends as long as you're alive.
Like,
I'm not carrying your dead body down out of here.
That's fine. That's probably one way to join the cult.
I will toss you back into that fireball.
Alright.
I love how you're healing wording yourself instead of like cure wounds or anything like that.
I can't bonus action cure wounds.
You
That's
healing
true.
word and say, oh, it's cantrip on it. Sorry.
No, healing word's not. Sacred Flame is.
No, so I was thinking
Yeah.
I thought he'd done 2 spells, but I realised one was a cantrip.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
That's
That's an unfortunate roll.
I did plus 11.
It's not great. 1, 2, 3.
I don't recall exactly what my hit points were ahead of time.
You can also apply healing if you right click it, remember? The
Oh
11.
yeah, but I already messed up my hit points. I think I was at 26.
Yeah, I think you were. So I was seeing. Oh.
Yeah, you're not doing well.
That apply healing's not working either, so I will just plus.
It'll be fine.
Okay, the plus 11's not working, so I will just do 37. Hey, there we go. I have health. And that's my turn. Actually, that was 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually,
You still have 10 feet.
I'll just take one more step out of the current fireball, just
Okay.
to get a little bit more heat off of my back, and that's my turn.
Cool.
How dare you tell Breckec he can't have her head? And I'm going to go around. I kind of like, as I'm almost there, start a whirlwind spin and try to take off this one's head.
Okay.
And I'm going to go Great Weapon Master, so -5.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Hopefully. 17?
Just hits.
Okay.
Just hits. 22. 22. Ooh. Spicy. As your great axe makes contact, you do execute an absolutely perfectly timed whirlwind spin, and you make contact with his neck, and there seems to be like some kind of arcane barrier. Arcane barrier.
You the shield, aren't you?
Yeah, he's gonna shield. So he'll just have those hit points back. That's very loud. I was like, yeah, he's got an arcane barrier. Like, why would he not use shield? Come on, me.
Okay. In that case, then,
In that case,
seeing that he's got this and it'd be a bit harder to hit, I will attack for my second one without using the Great Weapon Master, just to do some damage, ideally. That can always smite him to teach him a lesson, hopefully. If I hit, I do not hit.
You do not hit. You kind of put off by the fact that you had you executed a perfect spin and attack, and he manages to just block it with some kind of magic. The second attack doesn't have as much heart behind it, and it again just impacts into his body, but the shield just and just absorbs it basically.
That is cool. There's probably any point doing that as a bonus. No, I think we got this. Hopefully. Yeah, it's me.
Okay. You're dead. You are not. Ooh. I mean, you're closest, Sarador, so he will just target you. With his super deadly scimitar.
Well, apparently it is.
Oh, jeez.
Nice. I'll take it. You take 8 points of slashing damage. Doesn't even have multi-attack. So you, kind of while you're focusing on the spellcaster, the other cultist that's just turned around from trying to pull away all of the rubble and everything, just swings at you and just manages to catch you kind of in the chest. It's more of a bludgeoning blow through your armor than an actual like cut or anything like that. But it still kind of stings, you know.
Ouch.
Yeah. Ooh. No, let me do the thing. The cultist is gonna. He mutters an incantation and just puts his mouth to his hand to his mouth and blows out fire. Sarador and Temerity, I need you to make saving throws. Nice. I love the bonuses. 5, 3, 1, 4. That +4 saving throw though, pretty clutch. Do you take half damage? Yes, half damage. Nice. So you take 9 points of fire damage each, halved again for Temerity, so you take 4. Sarador takes 9.
Yes.
I need to look at his character sheet. That's not easy to see. Blah, 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 blah. No, that's
Just
just.
take Mage Slayer as well, but Great Weapon Master is still better.
Yeah, be fine.
Makes more sense.
Be fine. What could possibly go wrong? He's annoyed about his spiritual weapon. Okay.
These animated fire templates are pretty awesome.
They are pretty nice, aren't they? This is the first time you're really seeing these things, isn't it?
Yep.
Kind of stuck. He's not going to move, but it's like the area that Temerity and Sarador are now stood in is more smouldering because there's nothing to actually catch fire necessarily. So the ground is just kind of smouldering and embers now. Temerity.
Okay, I'm going to flick flack. So make a handstand on this dead body and then go. Oops, not there. There.
All right.
Land on my feet again, and punch the dude next to me with the fire caster at my back.
Okay.
My character sheet is gone.
Yeah, that'll do.
Hey.
Nice. All right. Again, just one swift punch.
And I turn around essentially in the same swift movement. I punch the one behind me as well.
Okay. Roll a d4 for me.
Shit.
Roll damage. Sarador, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. From your once rival turned friend, now seemingly turned rival again.
I look at him. Sorry. I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm just a bit clumsy today. And as I move here and use my bonus action, flurry of blows, for 1 key point. Oops. Which is 2, and I'm just like, what is happening? I'm accidentally opening things. Okay. So.
That misses.
Okay, one more.
One more. That hits just.
Does he still have shield up?
No. Shield is a 1-turn thing, and he got rid of it for me. Nice. Okay. You kind of first hit. You kind of overswing in your eagerness for kind of finishing off the one guy. You turn and you overswing and you just clop Sarador across the face. A look of betrayal, sadness, confusion.
So only because I wasn't expecting it to hit.
Yeah.
Would have been fine otherwise, obviously.
You know,
I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry. Let's just finish this dude off. I'll apologize properly later. Let's go.
the second hit that you attempt on him with your first flurry of blows, you make contact. Like, it's a good rib shot, but you see the tattoo on the back of it, like the top and back of his head, and like what seems to be more underneath his clothes just start to glow as you make impact, and it seems to take the damage for him.
Okay.
The second hit, it's a solid hit. Breckec.
I will once again, I guess, still remembering the pain of the loss of my. Well, I mean that the skull is intact, which is the most important part to me. But
Of course.
like I liked the hood that one had with it. I've never had a hooded head in my collection, so once again, Sacred Flame on the caster. And more maths straight to the chest.
That's another fail. The quick maths of 9 points.
9 points.
I didn't. What? No. There we go. He's looking a bit rough now.
Yeah, and I'm pretty upset actually. So wait. How does that work? Me making an attack roll is never going to be successful. So actually, I will just go ahead and bonus action healing word, and I guess I will do myself again because I'm myself.
Yeah.
Just at first level this time though.
Although you did just see Temerity clock Sarador, and
yeah, but I assume he had it coming. I assume there was something I missed before I rounded the corner. So
I mean they've been rivals for a long time, harboring grudges and all that.
okay.
I like how you're the lowest hit points for a while. You didn't want to heal yourself. No, you're not the lowest hit points. Now you're healing yourself.
Can I see what? I don't know what hit points you have. I'm
There's
sure
a party
I can see.
overview. I'm not asking for it. You've done it yourself. It's fine. Third one along actors. Click party overview, and then you should have a little pop up.
Oh, hey, look at that. I think I learned about that at one point and forgot about it. You'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
A rest after this, possibly.
And
You'll be fine.
Got lay on hands. Don't worry about me.
yeah, I'm done. I'm just staying where I'm at.
All right. Sarador.
Considering he's kind of engaged, I was hoping to get some kind of flanking maneuver. Now I noticed this thing Totti did a shield arcane barrier move against me, didn't against Temerity, so I'm gonna hope that he doesn't have another one, but we don't know. But I think go to regular attacks anyway, because he does look a bit hurt already, so I feel like swinging might not be needed. So I guess advantage for others, thank you.
Yeah.
More attacks.
Gonna cast shield.
That's that one. He just wasn't worried about Temerity's punches as much as a big axe, I guess. That makes sense.
You are far more intimidating, to be honest, in this situation.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand.
Wait, he still has shield active?
No,
or
he's just reactivated it. So it's kind of...
Does he have another reaction?
Yeah, this is the next turn.
No.
Yeah,
Because he cast...
He did last time on my turn.
And then
Oh,
it went
gotcha.
round to his turn again, straight away.
Ooh.
I know.
The code. I forgot the code.
So when you go to hit him the first time, and again, the same sort of thing, you make contact and, like, the things underneath his clothes glow. Like, he's not wearing armor. Just seems every time he takes a hit, like, the tattoos glow, and then you can see them going very bright, and like, he just clicks his fingers and just seem to emanate from his body into, like, an actual sort of force field type-esque thing.
And I'll go for my second attack. Right, so I'm gonna guess I need a 22 or higher. I want to guess.
It's
Bit
AC
advantage, though,
17.
'cause of
Yeah.
So I'm hopefully
Nice.
one. And
That was close.
that was close. And how bad is he looking? He's looking death's door, would we say?
Not death's door.
I'll save it.
You wouldn't have been able to use it anyway, because that would have taken you under 9 points.
No, I meant the smite. I was going to think about divine smiting, maybe.
I mean,
To get
why not?
a bit of bonus on there, but okay,
Don't save things. There might not be a later play.
Okay. I'll divine smite as well then, if that's all right. On
Go for
top
it.
of that.
First level?
Let me roll from there.
Yeah, I know,
that's
that's
first level.
That's very annoying. So just roll 2d8. So 9 plus 8, 17. You can see now, like, the second attack this time, you make contact and then just pump the smite into your great axe, and it just emanates through the shield into his chest and sort of like mid rib cage, and you can just see, and like he's now like barely standing.
Okay. Bonus action, I don't have anything damaging. I think I'll just stay here so I can have to give Temerity some kind of flanking bonus.
Oh, you're a paladin. You don't get what's it? The fighter thing. What's it called?
Action surge.
Action surge. Thank you.
Oh no!
I was waiting for you to say action surge, and I was like, yeah, go for it.
Wrong character.
Wrong character. This is a bit of a pickle he's got himself into. He's gonna reach into his robe and pull out like a stick. It's just a stick, and he just points it into the air, and just there's 8 magic missiles, which I think it's 1d4 plus. Sorry, someone tell me how magic missile works.
I forgot. I think, yeah, 1d4 plus
Something. I
something.
think it's spellcasting. 1d4 plus 1.
Just 7 charges.
Yeah, 7 charges. 1d4 plus 1. Right. So it's plus 1, and then times that by 8. No. 10.
Depends on how many you do, because one charge does 3 missiles.
He's targeting Sarador, and then it's +1 for every level. And he's doing it all 7 charges, so it'd be an 8th level.
So 11.
Oh, 33 points of force damage to you then, Sarador.
I think I'm down because I took a few extra bits of damage this round.
Yeah,
I got 22.
All right, so Sarador goes unconscious as he holds the stick into the air. Temerity, Sarador, and Breck, you see just these like white, like pure white orbs just, and then just hover in the air for a moment, and then just all shoot down like one after the other onto Sarador, just kind of like what do you call it? Riddling him. That will be his turn. Temerity.
Well, I'm not getting advantage anymore, am I?
Actually, how many hit points did you have?
22.
22. Roll 2 death saves. For me. Because you'll have gone unconscious before all of the missiles hit you.
Yeah.
So roll a d10. D20, sorry.
Where's my deaths? Let's see if I can just roll them from here.
You should be able to.
I can. That one.
So that's 2 failures.
I'm about to die. Dead. Dead.
Sarador.
Rewind.
Is a puddle of blood on the floor.
Can't do anything.
Temerity.
Wait. No, never mind. Magic missile.
Oh.
You just see Sarador crumple to the ground as he's being pummeled with these magic missiles, and then you just see them like relentlessly pounding into him, even when he's kind of already mid collapse to the ground.
Oh, okay. Well, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, seeing that just with blind rage, because my friend has just gone down, probably not quite realizing yet that my friend is actually dead, I just start releasing punch after punch after punch on him.
Okay.
You know what I don't have prepared today?
25. Roll damage. Okay. Describe your kill for me.
I keep punching. I just punch him even when he goes down, like in his chest, on his face, on his side, like screaming, just angrily punching, and even like literally when he crumbles to the floor, punching him into pulp.
Okay. He just like Oberyn Martell's head, just pulp on the ground.
Yeah.
We are out of combat.
Well, I don't have a diamond. And I also don't have...
Well, I immediately go over to him and I kneel down and I just shake him. Sarador, wake up, we're fine, it's over. And I take one of my... I know it won't do anything, but Temerity doesn't, so I'm going to take one of my potions of healing and pouring it down his throat.
It just pulls at the back of his mouth.
Breckec, can you do anything? Can you do anything?
I don't think I can do anything. I didn't expect this today. Also, knowing it likely won't do anything. I try aid.
Okay.
To raise his maximum hit points, because it's all I can think of is if he's at 0, clearly adding 5 to 0, the math works out.
That is indeed quick maths. You are correct. Doesn't do anything.
Why does it say damage for aid?
No.
Wait, did we get any? No, we don't have anything useful from.
I start rifling through Sarador's stuff, look into the back of holding. Is there anything that can help us?
Is there anything that can help them, Sarador?
I
Doubt it.
I am rifling through the cultist, the body underneath Temerity.
Make an investigation check.
I will guide myself on this one.
All right.
If I can guidance, I don't know if that works.
It should just roll the d4 automatically for you. All right. So he's still holding the wand of magic missile in his hand, splayed out. You start rifling through. You see that he has like a very rudimentary mace strapped to his hip, which he didn't even go for. Like, he's just there for effect more than anything. He has 2 more items on his hip, kind of one either side. One that seems to make an intelligence check, actually. You can guide yourself again for this if you like.
Sure. I'm still targeted.
All right. Please hold. Build the tension. I'm gonna send you something, Rando. And
Something.
bear
Have
with
you
me.
sent the something?
I have not yet.
Meaning in my inventory or
Oh no,
elsewhere?
on Discord.
Okay.
I also missed this one, sorry. My laptop's a bit slower than my PC. But you're unsure which one does what. So in like a microcosm of sort of 2 rounds, let's say, you're you're pouring potions into Sarador's mouth, you're rifling through bodies.
Well, no, I'm gonna dump. Identify.
Nice. Okay. Which one are you doing first? Are you doing the kind of thinner, more metallic rod?
The rod.
The rod, yeah.
Odd for rod. And
Seems legit. All right, you know what it is.
Oh. Do you have community guidelines for no swearing on Explore the Beyond?
No.
Holy shit! And I don't know if I have it in my inventory.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. There it is.
I know what this is. and I'm going to use it.
I will say, just have a read at what it says at the bottom.
Requires a oh no! I'm not going to use it immediately, and I go, holy shit! This guy has a rod of resurrection. Does it following spells resurrection? I need to look up resurrection. Does it have a time limit?
I'm pretty sure resurrection does not.
That's not true resurrection, right?
No.
Again, not expecting this. I have not looked at.
While all of that is going on, just sort of having tuned out Breckec, I'm just literally holding Sarador's body.
Oh yeah, I mean, like resurrection is like the 7th level spell, so you know, as long as they haven't been dead for more than a century.
Okay. Temerity.
What?
This will help. This can bring him back, but I need to sit here with it for an hour. We need to sit here for an hour while he's dead. I need to focus, and I go off in the corner, and I'm just going to start attuning to it.
Mm-hmm.
I continue to hold Sarador. Despite us being rivals on the field, we're still friends and colleagues. And it's quite tragic to see him dead.
It was all part of a burgeoning love story.
No. I wouldn't go that far. So yeah, I just hold him, and she is crying a little bit, and she's not really processing what he's saying, and just focusing on the fact that her friend is dead and she doesn't know what to do.
All right.
I'm not doing anything but trying to attune to that.
Okay. You spend the next hour in various states. Breckec focusing on this item that you've identified and nervously, excitedly, tragically spend some time getting to grips with it. Temerity just kind of weeping, sobbing over the body. An hour passes. You may take a short rest if you wish.
I mean, I'm very actively focused on the task at hand.
Okay. Okay.
Also a bit of guilt over healing myself. And I may never heal myself again. We'll see.
All right. Okay. An hour passes. You become attuned to your new rod.
Okay, Temerity, I think I'm ready. I don't know how this works. I've never done this before.
I don't know.
I guess here goes, and I discharge the rod. All 5 charges to heal myself. No. No, all 5 charges to attempt to resurrect Sarador.
Right.
Who's probably begun to get cold at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, rigor mortis is set in. He's like rock solid. Roll a d20, and just for, you know,
straight d20.
We're expending all the rod. Cool, that's fine. You expend the 5 charges from the rod into Sarador, and it kind of sends out this kind of bluish purple sort of pink energy from it. It feels a bit weird to you, Breck. It feels like this was designed for a holy person of a different denomination to what you are kind of used to. You feel
like tied to the cult.
no. This doesn't feel icky. The energy that's released from it still has some semblance of, or at least it has a feeling of no corruption to it. But it's still pure. And even though that it's not the deity that you nor Sarador kind of worship yourself, like, it's still there to help. And it still knows what its purpose is. And it releases the energy. I will need you to... You still need to kind of... How... Aside from casting the spell, how are you going to try and... Well, what would you like to do to try and persuade Sarador's soul back to his body?
From my notebook, I have pages through travel that I've filled with my own attempts at coming up with an autograph, and I turn to the first page from the day in the market, where I created the best replica I could of Sarador's own autograph. That is my reference for pinnacle of what an autograph should be. I tear out the page and crawling over to his body, place it on his chest, and I'll use Sacred Flame to burn that, saying, there's more I need to learn from you. You can't go yet.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Nice. Temerity. What are you doing? As Breck is trying to persuade, how are you approaching it?
It takes her a while to understand what he's really doing, and looking through all her tears and, holding him. And when she realizes what he's doing, she's holding him tighter and just whispering into his ear, You can't go. I will win everything. No one will believe this.
Roll a deception check.
A deception check. Oh, that's so loud. That's so mean. Oh man, there's something new in this stupid overlay that won't let me roll stuff. Oh my god.
All right. Okay. Sarador. There is but a mere moment in your kind of perspective where you feel the impact of the first 3 or 4 magic missiles. And then the 5th one, you felt the impact, but you didn't feel pain. You just saw the flashes of white above you that just started flying down and just rifling into your body. then there's just silence and peace. And then there's Breckec's voice. And you feel the warm imprint of your autograph copied, just sort of wrapping around you like a hug. And then there's Temerity's voice, lying to you that she's going to win everything even though you're not here. She's not, can't let her win, but let's be honest. You can see ahead of you an adoring crowd, fields of track and athletic challenges. Behind you, you can see gloom, stone, and the presence of something undesirable. But also you see your friends. It's your choice.
Guess we're not quite done yet.
Okay. You walk back towards your friends, towards the presence that just makes you feel uncomfortable, and you see your body splayed out on the floor, looking a bit rough and worse for wear. And then you kind of reach out and touch it, and your eyes open on the ground, returned to 1 hit point. Your body is achy and quite heavy, but all of the magical impacts, all the scratches, bruises, they're all gone. You're back to mostly fighting fitness.
Okay. I'm just going to stir a little bit. Can we say there's like a streak of like arcane blue? Like, you know, like how you get like a white bit in your hair if you have like a fright at times? I have to have like a streak of blue through my like mane. To some respect.
All right.
I'm gonna stand up, use my axe to lift me up.
As you do that, first of all, Temerity is going to like overwhelmingly hug you and just literally sob into your shoulder. Oh my god, thank God you're back. Thank God you're back. And then after a few seconds she pulls back and looks at you and helps you stand up, and then she slaps you. Don't do that again.
What? Get hit by you?
Alright, roll damage.
DM question. There is a potion in his mouth at the moment, is there not?
It's true. She wouldn't slap him hard enough to do damage. Just, you know.
The potion would have just sort of soaked into him as throughout the hour.
Okay.
It doesn't have any effect right now because it was done while he was dead. But
before you said something, I was about to say I'm going to slap myself with lay on hands before you jumped in and said you're going to do something else.
Just touching your knee as you stand up, just highest level I can, cast Cure Wounds, and then I crawl back into the corner, and I sit in the corner, kind of head in hands. If it will let me move. Why can't I move? Oh, there.
I sent you the effects of Resurrection, Beerus.
I saw.
So you have
Probably should leave.
-4 to attacks, rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. until you've had enough long rests to get rid of it.
So that's 33 healing. Thank you very much. I'm gonna lay on hands another 31 to get myself to max.
Okay.
8 left in my lay on hands pool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not feeling very good, guys. I appreciate you getting me back. Obviously, we've got more work to do.
We should leave. We should leave. This is too dangerous. We should leave.
We've made good progress already, though.
Is it worth dying over?
No. Not at all. We got something for them. I'm guessing that fire down here is gone now.
No. Still small. It's not like the burning fire it was before, but it is still smouldering. The burning hands fire is gone. It's just scorched to the ground, but the fireball is still doing its best.
Hearing them discussing the fire and getting out, I'll walk back down the tunnel, and I don't know if it's beyond the capability of thaumaturgy, but just kind of repeatedly attempting to diminish the flames that are remaining, at least a path back the way we came.
Probably beyond thaumaturgy, to be honest.
Okay.
And you can dim the fires and embers slightly, but it doesn't stop them from being hot.
Yeah.
Currently you are stuck in like a... Well, not stuck. I mean, you could go through the fire or just wait out the fire. But there's no obvious points of ingress to where you are right now.
I want to try and use Fist of the Unbroken Air on the stones here.
I'm stepping away.
What does that do?
She pushes wind towards, or like air towards a creature, usually in this case the stones, and they have to make a strength check, and then it's 3d10 bludgeoning damage, and if it hits, it gets pushed 20 feet away.
On fire?
No, on the stones.
Oh, on the stones, right. I see. I mean, yeah. It doesn't all happen in one go, though. It's a heavy chunk of stones, so it's not easy to do. You can see that they've made some progress. Probably a third of this pile has been removed by the cultists previously. But
I'll do 2 separate spending 4 key points doing 2 separate Fist of Unbroken Air against the stones.
Okay.
Just to try and either loosen it enough to push the stones 10 feet back to make enough of a gap either on top of it that we can climb through, or loosen it up enough that we can just remove the rest of the rubble, or enough of the rubble that we can climb through.
Okay. It's loose. You'd still have to move some. It's not, cleared the way.
Breckec is going to approach and begin clearing, moving stones out. All the mine carts are aflame down there, so
They
stone
are.
by stone, prying them out with mace or great club, whatever makes more sense, and carrying them away. Possibly adding some thaumaturgy, if that makes sense, to shake the pile up a bit.
I mean, you can make the ground tremor. You can loosen some, I guess. So yeah, it takes about half an hour in total. But you do eventually manage to clear a path. Which I will demonstrate for you by doing this. By doing this. Haha! Success. There is a path. So yeah, now you're back to where you started. The lift to your left, the continuing path straight ahead of you. What's the plan?
Well, I guess we can try to go forward, but I don't feel like I'll be very useful. But we'd also need a few days rest. For
We
me to
do
get
at
back,
least.
possibly.
Any chance we can just do one long rest in here? It won't be. I know it won't do that much good, but at least you will have rested. We all will have rested. We will have regained a little bit of strength. We can eat something, and just keep an eye out whether there's someone else coming. Maybe we're hiding some. It's dangerous. I agree, but maybe we're hiding somewhere, and we can stage it as an ambush if someone comes. You can build one of your traps. We take watches.
Maybe. I feel like I'd need more than just one rest, though. One sleep.
Do you want to leave?
I guess at the moment, potentially no one. We've killed everyone who's seen us. We just leave now if we can get out. Then maybe they'll increase the guard next time. But equally, they might not know what they're up against. So, I don't know. Just don't. If you have to fight anyone tougher down here, that might be it.
This was nothing compared to what I saw below.
Go back to the safe house for a few days and then come back.
I think I could benefit from it, yeah.
Maybe we can go and stock up on some more potions or something.
Yeah. Maybe get some other things that might help. Yeah. Sounds good. We can still give them what we found so far and what we've seen. We've got these like green gems, stone things. We've got the big orb.
Yeah.
Forget asking them if it's good enough. It's going to be good enough for now.
Yeah.
Do we just fly up on the carpet? It'll be a lot faster.
Yeah.
And then this just stays here, and that might confuse me a bit more as well.
Sure. Although some of us have seen us on the carpet. Some of them have seen us on the carpet, so.
I guess so. On the outside, yeah. But they didn't necessarily see us come to here, though.
Yeah.
As far as we're aware. Well, I guess we fly up then.
Okay.
Alright. You jump back on your flying carpet and leaving the lift behind you, fly back up to the entrance hall where you were previously. Arriving back up, nothing seems to have changed from immediate inspection. It's still relatively quiet. Seems alright.
Okay. Mind taking the lead, Temerity?
Of course not. Yep.
Don't figure I put down some little sound traps around here.
Yeah. We should disable them maybe, just in case, so they don't immediately get alerted that there's something going on.
There's a lot of dead bodies downstairs and up here, but
Yeah.
Make a valid point.
as you wish. I'm just hoping this door opens on this other way out.
Yeah, after the trap is gone, I just carefully, not stealthily, but carefully walk towards the door.
Right, the door is still shut. You walk back up the tunnel towards the entrance hall, or the entrance door, sorry, and as you get within, how close are you getting? Like right up to it?
Right up to it.
As you get to within about 20 feet, you hear a low rumble. 15 feet, it starts to open. 10 feet, 5 feet, you get to the door, and you can see out into the inner city. Fresh air hits you firstly, which is a relief. Like it's a reminder of just how still and kind of unsettling the air is under there. Not good. Like, first thing, fresh air, amazing. The second thing you notice is everybody make perception checks for me.
Mine's -4.
Yep.
13.
Okay, 13, 24, 3. Breck, you notice first the sheer number of people. Sarador, you see just a mass of people. Temerity, you're taking a breath of air. Enjoying the clean breeze, if nothing else. There's got to be at least 400-500 people at the bottom of the stairs, just stood staring at you.
Jump on the carpet
seem
and
aggressive?
fly.
Yeah, jump on the carpet and fly.
Right.
Do they seem aggressive, or
Doesn't
they're standing
matter.
completely still? Well, no, as we're
Yeah,
climbing
like-
on.
They're all staring up at you. Breck, you can see the original cultists you fought, the original spellcasters you fought, like the weaker ones. But you can also see, with a 24, you see dozens of people dressed similarly to who you just fought, along with a bunch of people that you fought in the entrance hall behind you. As you all climb onto the carpet, everybody just starts swarming forwards towards you all. The spellcaster's
Just
standing
shout.
back, and we'll see what happens next week. I guess. Good job, guys. 2 of you didn't die. Burius, congratulations on being the first person to die in a campaign session. It's an achievement.
Nice.
I did feel a bit bad, but it was a good session. I enjoyed it. We'll pick the story up next week, and we'll see how things transpire, and hopefully nobody dies. Again. We've not had a Scales of Destiny video this week because of the trauma that last session caused, but I'm going to try and amalgamate last week and this week's coming session together for the video, so that at least it kind of will be a 29 and 30, or 29 and 29.5 video, so that the story's fairly fluent. This session will go up on Wednesday, as usual. And then we'll be back next Saturday. Everyone free?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
Pending injury, illness, or
So,
you know, secret agent missions. So yeah, we'll be back on Tuesday for Scales of Destiny, Saturday for Ancient Unknowns. Check out various streams. Furious streams all the time. New RimWorld DLC, so he's gonna be playing that. And I might stream. Yathina might stream. Rando definitely said he's gonna start streaming. He's gonna he's doing a 24-hour subathon, I think. So 24-hour stream from Rando. That's pretty exciting. And yeah, so that's it. I posted a thing on Instagram the other day. I was quite proud of myself for remembering to do that. Yathina's going to start a TikTok thing. She's going to start doing TikTok stuff. She's got plenty of ideas, haven't you, Yathina? Yeah, cool. So that's going to be a thing. Check us out on TokTik, and Twitter, and YouTube, and all the other things. And then we'll see you on Tuesday for Scars of Destiny, episode 30. Well, 29.5, but 30 really. Who are we going to, Yathina? Amazing. Let's go and say hi to these people. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, everyone.
see you later.
Bye.